Well, looks like I'm live. I have my new webcam working, and I also have a new microphone. So what I need you guys to do, if you're on already, is to tell me firstly, can you hear me? Secondly, is the sound okay? And yeah, I'm trying all these new things today. So let me see. Do I have to do anything with live chat? No, all right. So, hi everybody. Can you hear me? Somebody give me a thumbs up that you can hear me. Otherwise, I'll unplug the microphone. So I'm hearing. So you can hear me. Hi, hi, Susan. Can you hear me? Does the sound is the sound good? I'm getting thumbs up, so I guess that's a yes. Oh God. I meant to have all this taken care of last night, but I had a late party and I did readings late. You sound, yes, great sound. Yes, I have a Blue Yeti. I have a really good microphone now. So, thank you to a very generous friend and client. You know who you are. So I have a really good microphone now, and thanks to another client, they got me the webcam for my birthday. So I had all kinds of amazing birthday presents. So let me get started. Firstly, I want to address people that may be not here live that are going to catch this later on. And what I like to do, yeah, for a couple of reasons, to be more interactive and also to give my videos more reach. Actually, so it's sort of a win-win proposition here. But if you have a quick question about your own life, write a comment, ask me the question. I'll pull a card, probably tomorrow or Tuesday, and answer your question for you. So this is for people that are going to be tuning in later on, not on the live stream. I mean, if you are on the live stream, you can do this also. But the thing is, all these comments are going to disappear as soon as the live stream is over. So let me see. Good morning, everybody. Thank you for people that are tuning in. And these groups are small because it's a Sunday morning, so I get that. And I'm hoping that I won't have the same upload speed problems that I had last Sunday. I look back at the video quality and I was like, oh my God, this is bad. So hopefully the Wi-Fi is working a little bit better today. And so what's on the agenda? So I'm gonna start the tarot in just a moment. This is going to be a very busy and active week on the Medium channel because on Wednesday I'm going to do a live meditation and a transmission here. I do that every week. I just go to different platforms. So, if you don't, have a connection with me on Facebook, it's facebook.com Adam Between the Worlds. I mean, no, it's facebook.com Medium Adam Bernstein. And my Instagram handle is also Medium Adam Bernstein. So every week I go to a different platform to do my live transmissions, which are energetic channeling that helps not only to impart some good wisdom from our guides and our angels and the master teachers, but to also shift the energy. So it's an energetic transmission, and a lot of people feel it as they're doing this. And so that's happening on Wednesday. Then on Saturday, on Halloween, we're going to do live mediumship here on the channel at 8 p.m. So you'll get the kiddos, taken care of, let them enjoy their sugar high, whatever we're able to do this Halloween. I'm sure whether trick or treating is happening or not, I'm sure candy is. So let them enjoy their sugar rush and tune in and get some messages from the spirit world. So I'm going to be doing that Saturday. And of course, Thursday, Thursday afternoon when I release new live videos. So got that all out of the way. And now we did this last week. Very good cards came up. One prediction has yet to happen, although maybe happening behind the scenes. And last Sunday, as I was reading the cards, I said that it looks to me like a stimulus package is going to be approved by the government. Well, It's Sunday and that hasn't happened yet. So maybe that's happening behind the scenes. I don't know. But they were really good cards financially. And as I was talking with Spirit this morning and last night, they're kind of saying this is more about like the energy, not so much about the predictions, but to help us, me, and you guys to navigate these very uncertain times as we're awakening as a species. So that's really more along the lines of what the cards are going to be. And by the way, if you're really into more of like the political type of predictions, my colleague Sarah Sachs, and by the way, for anybody that's interested, Thursday night on Zoom, Sarah Sachs, George Curry, and myself are doing a mediumship event. And if you're interested, email us. We're at info@atombetweentheworlds.com. My website is atombetweentheworlds.com. So Sarah at 1 o'clock is going to be doing her tarot thing on Facebook Live, not on YouTube, on Facebook Live. So you can look up Sarah Sachs, Sarah with no H and then SACHS. And she's very good. So you'll enjoy that also. So let's see. We just came into the sun in Scorpio. We had energetically a little bit of a more chill week, but it feels like things are really, really going to be ramping up this week. Of course, we're heading into the elections. We're heading into a full moon on Halloween Day. There's a lot of stuff going on. I feel like a lot of stuff that's been beneath the surface is going to start to boil up. So I want to peek at the comments for a second, and then I'm going to begin. Hey Yana, good chilly morning to all. Yeah, it's chilly here too. Not below zero like in the northern Rockies, but it's still chilly. Um, and good morning, Janice. Good morning, Colleen. Good morning, everybody. So, have a webcam now. Have a Blue Yeti microphone. We're moving up in the world. So let's do some tarot. So what I want to talk about tarot, as soon as I'm saying that, they're showing me the Fool card in my mind. So I like to do a mini tutorial and then do the reading. So this is kind of my tarot form for Sunday morning, and then get everybody done by 11:30 or 11:45 at the latest, so we can move on our quiet Sunday afternoon. So they want me to talk a little bit about the Fool card. Now, I explained a little bit about tarot last Sunday also, and about how some of the origins of the tarot. And the Fool card is basically the Joker in playing cards. Playing cards evolved from tarot cards. 4 suits, 10 numbers, court cards. The only difference is that the major arcana, the 22 cards with pictures on it. I wonder if I can even find the Fool card as I'm talking about it. Well, this is the Temperance card, but this is a major arcana card. There's 22 in the tarot. Here's the Fool. Okay, so this is the Fool and the Fool's journey. And what happened in the playing cards is that all 22 major arcana cards from the tarot became the Joker in the playing cards. So that's how the major arcana was preserved in playing cards. And the Joker is really the Fool. So the Fool is on a journey. Basically, you can see, his head's a little bit up in the air as he's walking over a precipice. So he's not even looking down. He's just kind of walking into the wide blue and the unknown. He's got a rose, got a little bag, almost like a child running away from home. And this is really denoting the beginning of a journey, the beginning of a spiritual journey, but it's also denoting the end of it. And what's happening is that the Fool can be wise or the Fool can be foolish. The wise Fool is basically not allowing preconceived ideas, fears, programmed fears, or things to stop that person from taking the appropriate risk of life in life. But the foolish Fool throws all caution to the wind and takes no precautions. It just steps out of the precipice like it doesn't even matter. So it can go either way. But the Fool is really about wisdom, really, and it's about really like letting go and trusting the universe, trusting the divine. And that's kind of what the figure is doing. It's like, I'm trusting, I'm going to walk over the precipice, and I know I'm going to get caught, and I'm going to learn a lot through that process. So very fine line of difference, but the Fool can be foolish, but the Fool can be wise. So that's my little tutorial for the day. And some authors, denote uh, something called the Fool's Journey, which is basically the journey through the major arcana cards from zero, the Fool's zero, and then the World card, I think, is the last card. Oh my God, I should know this. Is number 21. So there's 22. So when you go to the 22nd card, you go back to the Fool and just start your journey all over again. So I would love my angel's guidance. Oh, ask and you shall receive, Colleen. Look what I have here. Let's pull an angel card. I was setting up and scrambling to try to figure out my new devices here, which I was going to do last night, except my readings ran very, very late, and I was dead tired. Well, I shouldn't say dead tired, but exhausted. So the angel message for us, for this group that's here, and for anybody who's going to tune in later on, this is what the angels have to say to us, as translated by Doreen Virtue. And I got Isaiah, so maybe you can see this card. So this is just a quick message for whom it may concern. And if I can read in this morning, it's a good time to give birth to new ideas and situations in your life. I am watching over you, guiding you, and protecting you during these times. In a way, I can relate to the Fool energy with this. And it's just kind of saying, to me anyways, don't buy into the fear-based programming. I mean, yes, the economy is what it is, that there is a pandemic, that's reality. However, if you understand the intricacies and you get beyond the stories in the program, this is actually a really amazing time to start a new business, to start a new venture for a variety of reasons, but it's a good time because the way people are seeing the world and things is changing, and the way people are doing business is changing, and a lot of it's going to be marketing information and sharing skills that people need to learn. So I feel like what they're trying to say is, continue to live your life and do what you need to do. And if you have an idea, this is a good time to initiate it, because the pandemic's not going to last forever, and people are going to be much more computer savvy. They're going to have a different mindset, a different way of doing business. If you can tap into those trends, and if you have any questions, look up Tony Robbins and see what he says about the 2020s, because he's advised 4 different presidents. He's a spiritually based entrepreneur. Most people on the planet know who he is. Check him out, especially if you're thinking, I don't really like what's going on with my job or with the world. I feel stuck. And, it's been surveyed that almost 80% of people would rather be doing something else than doing their job or working, which I think is just another way of saying almost 80% of people hate their jobs, basically. So this is really a good time to find what you love to do and to make that happen for you. So that's my angel message. Let me do my tarot message. And I'm a fancy clipboard because I'm not yet tech savvy enough to flash things on the YouTube. There's a whole bunch of technologies with YouTube live streaming that I hope to learn one day. So at least I've got a new microphone, although I don't have my shock guard on my new microphone. So you're probably hearing bang bang every time I'm hitting the table with the cards. Sorry about that. So the moon is currently where? In Pisces, I think. I didn't look at my ephemeris this morning. It's either in Pisces or about to go into Pisces. And then it goes into Aries. So expect, the beginning of the week there to be a lot of activity. We just had a presidential debate that was pretty revealing in terms of the mindset of both candidates, I have to say. A lot more than the first one, where there was a lot of chaos and interruption. And obviously it's getting close to the election, but when the moon goes into Aries, people kind of develop a little bit of a me first attitude and get a little bit confrontational sometimes. So, and Mars is also retrograde, the ruling planet of Aries. So, given that bringing that to light, you may want to avoid confrontations. If somebody's saying something that you don't like on Facebook or social media, just take a deep breath before responding. Like, I can't believe that a-hole. And then a day later, it's like, what was I doing? I've been guilty of that more than once, I have to admit. As Sharita Starr, the astrologer, and one of my colleagues says, stay in your own lane during Mars retrograde, and especially when the moon's in Aries, because Mars is also retrograde in Aries. So, in our personal lives, there may be disagreements, there may be arguments, there may be a lot of miscommunication with the Mercury element being retrograde also. So I'm asking Spirit to show me the 3 cards that are going to best help us this week to deal with everything that's going on out there, which is a lot. I'm so glad my new technology is working under Mars and Mercury retrograde. Thank you, Spirit. All right, so this card, and let's go all the way to the end. This card. So 1, 2, 3. So this is how they came out. I'm going to show you all this in a second. I have my handy clipboard. I'm keeping the card that came out reversed. So I don't, I get a mirror image. Woo. Easy does it. Hold on 1 second. Bear with me. It's Sunday morning. Bear with me. It's my Saturday morning because I just worked the last 4 days. This is how it came out. Now, I get a mirror image. So hopefully you're seeing this. This is the first, this is the second, and this is the third, and you're not getting a mirror image also. If you are, actually, I think it's good. All right. I feel like one of the things they're showing with this King of Pentacles, that's really about kind of owning your power to me. And it can be materialistic because the Pentacles represent Earth, which represent like money and material stuff. Death card's about change, by the way. It's not about like everybody's going to have a death in their family. So don't worry about the death card. It actually rules the sign Scorpio, and we're in Scorpio now. But what's interesting, drawing my connection, is 7 of Swords, because that's sometimes called the rip-off card. And 7 is about adjustment. The death card is a 13. These are cards of adjustment and change. And I think what it's showing is that, firstly, hold your power, hold your dignity, hold your sense of enlightenment. You may find that and I think it kind of comes with the elections coming up also, but you may find that a lot of people are going to try to sway you this way or the other way. 1 or 2 of you may need to just be careful that somebody doesn't take something of yours. I just think that in the government, I still think the stimulus package is kind of being worked on, but whether they can get it done before Election Day, who knows? I thought, honestly, I thought it was going to be done last Thursday and Friday, if truth be told, and maybe behind the scenes it was, but this would be good news, like financially. I think there's going to be something done, and the death card is change and transformation. It's reversed. I think it's just telling us we have to be okay with what's happening. What we resist persists, and we kind of have to accept that the world's changing, and to change along with the world, but not only change along with the world, but be the change that you want to see. So start to make the changes in your life. I want to say also, I feel like this is trying to tell us just to be a little bit conscious of changing financial or economic structures. So we may get some news about things around the dollar or international currency, or some large scale changes that they're trying to make. But I think this is more trying to tell us, just try to not to be reactive, that things are happening for a reason. So I want to just see Tony Robbins at the grocery store about a year ago. Oh, wow. That's cool. I don't know if he's as big as he looks on camera, but either he's just big or he has a really big presence. Colleen saying, "Oh boy, thank you." Yes. Hello, Diane. So what else? And if anybody, you guys are allowed to chime in if you get any hits on anything or feelings about anything from the cards or anything like that. I'm gonna pull back in the comments a little bit. I love my angel. Oh, furlough. Oh, I see. I'm feel wanting to change the environment. I just, as I'm looking at that, Colleen, I just feel like Spirit saying, just really, work with your heart center more than anything. Just kind of be in the heart and understand that everything's happening for a reason. And like I was saying, I think in the tarot cards, they're trying to say, you guys have ideas. Like we all have $1 million ideas somewhere tucked in our brain. Once upon a time, there was this old, well, he wasn't old at the time, but there's this man, and what are we talking about, the 1910s or 1920s? I had to do a little bit of history. Third grade education, had this idea, wouldn't give up, made this engine, and then all of a sudden the Model T came. So that person was Henry Ford, basically. And and I think one of the messages is it's a different world. It's like, not to devalue education, that's important, obviously, but not to make excuses to yourself. Like there's been countless of people that have made millions of dollars with not even a high school education for that matter. Like we all have an idea, whether we know it or not, we all have a skill, we've all overcome something. I feel like this is the time, instead of kind of getting pulled into all the drama in this country, and it's really a world drama now, um, to go within and to really think about your ideas and to manifest your ideas. So I feel like they're kind of saying to really go into meditation, to go deeper within and stuff like that as well. So also what I want to do is maybe just look at these myself, just if I get any more insights. Yeah, Spirit's just kind of pointing to my heart. That's why I'm doing. Oh, you can't see what I'm doing. Never mind. Um, and I just feel like they're saying this is a time to really go within, to be quiet. You know, it's the moon is waxing, so we're going to get into that. I think tomorrow or the day after, we get into that 11th day of the moon energy, where our bodies start to come into the full moon energy. So our glandular system starts to change. The thing is just not to be triggered, to just hold your space. I feel like around Thursday or so, kind of seeing news headlines, and there may just be something else that comes up. Or, I think it might even be an attack on, I want to say, on Donald Trump, but I think on one of the candidates, I want to say as well. But I guess that's par the course. And other than that, I'm not getting a lot of specifics. I just feel like Spirit is saying, it is, the week's probably going to start out really active. And if there's some unfavorable financial news, not to really get too wound up about that, or too bent out of shape or anything like that. So what about you guys? What are you guys seeing in the cards? Anything? Or hopefully you guys are still with me. All right, well, what else is Adam seeing, or what else is Spear wanting to share? I feel like they're saying, go about your business, take the proper precautions, but go about your business as best you can. It does feel like there are further restrictions coming. From what I've seen in some areas of the country, there are spikes in coronavirus cases, so we may see some noise about extending quarantines or modified lockdowns or stuff. We all want to get along. I really feel like that's what this King of Pentacles is trying to say with this card, which is very kind of scattered and very confrontational energy. Avoid confrontations. I do believe that that's the underlying message with everything. Yeah, Nancy, American Art, it's a lot to handle. Yeah, especially with the with the, I want to say around midweek, when the moon is transiting through Aries, that's the time to really try not to get triggered as best you can. So other than that, that's pretty much what I have to say this morning. So let's see, just wanted to check your comments because I was feeling the very same. Looking inward into, yeah, this would be a good time to really double down on your meditation practice, your yoga, get some quiet time. I want to say, take care of yourselves. I get a strong tendency with the cards that are coming up to kind of ignore our own needs and our own well-being and kind of get sort of swept away with all the drama of the coming elections and everything. So I feel like it's more, a lot of this is a message to really, take good care of yourselves and to stay in your spirit. And I think I'll just sort of finish up today by talking a little bit about the 100th monkey experiment, because that's really what popped up in my mind. A lot of you know what that is. For those that don't, it was an experiment. I forgot the details of it. It may have been in the Galapagos, where they basically trained monkeys to, was it open coconuts or, well, they were on an island and they trained the monkeys or showed them an easier way to open coconuts. I think they would put them in the water and get them wet. And, monkeys are intelligent. They basically are, about as smart as a 3 or 4 year old. So, monkeys are intelligent animals, and they learned. And as they learned, they went around the island and noticed that monkeys on the other side of the island that had no physical contact were starting to break the coconuts open, in the same way. And then they found the same in neighboring islands. And it's really a statement on consciousness, or an experiment in consciousness that validates that we are a collective. So the collective is really confrontational now, and it's very easy to get swept into that. So that's why to stay in your own lane, to relax, to meditate, to stay in your spirit, to stay in God, to stay in your divinity. And collective consciousness is that, we share a consciousness. We're part of one field. We're a unified field. We're part of a great web of life. We're part of a great oneness in the universe. So the 100th monkey experiment showed that in consciousness, you don't have to be told something. If the collective consciousness shifts in a certain level, then it's available to everybody, and they call that the tipping point. And I don't believe the tipping point is 50%. I only think a very small percentage of people have to awaken before everybody starts awakening. And that's what the 2020s are about. It's the great awakening. That's why there's so much strife, because we've been living under systems that were unsustainable for a long time. Many minds and scholars greater than myself have been talking about this for a long time. It only took a little bug to bring the whole thing down. If it wasn't a coronavirus, a wide-scale natural disaster or war or an event like that would have done the same thing. The economy is unsustainable. The systems of the society are unsustainable. So they need to break down to be rebuilt. That's called the Tower experience. And that's kind of what we're heading into now. So stay calm, stay in your peace, pray, meditate, stay connected to spirit, and we're going to all get through these times. So expect a pretty charged week ahead, ladies and gentlemen, and that's what I have for you today. So just to recap on events, Wednesday at 7 p.m. Eastern time, right here on YouTube, I'm doing my live transmission. I don't know what the topic is yet, but these are, I lead a meditation, but I also tune into these energies that send energy through me, and then I'm able to funnel this out. And I actually discovered I could do this only about 6 months ago, and it works. And I do that out in nature a lot. Like a lot of times I'll go out and meditate, and I'll kind of send the energy through the world that way and channel it that way to try to do my part in achieving that 100th monkey of enlightenment in our culture. And then Saturday night, Halloween night at 8 o'clock, I'm going to do live mediumship right here on the channel. So I think on that note, we're going to get going on our Sunday. So I think I'm going to end the live stream. YouTube Live is a little bit funny, and I think it depends on what device or how you log into YouTube. But some people are able to get the recording of this immediately, and some people can't get it for 12 hours after it's done. So if you don't get it today and you want to review, by midnight tonight, it'll be available on my channel. So if you like what we're doing, like, comment, especially people that may be tuning in later. Your comments helps to share this with more people and share with friends. This is a community that I have called on to build, and that's why I started this channel in June. And it's growing slowly. So this is really what this is about, is building a community of like-minded people that want to raise the vibration, raise the consciousness, and help everybody through this great awakening. So namaste, everybody, and we'll see you next time. Oh, okay. For Chris, yeah, once the live stream is done, the live stream comment thread's going to disappear. So once it comes up as a video, you can comment on it just like you would any other video. So it becomes like any other video once it does that. So okay, that's beautiful. Exactly how I've been feeling. Thank you, Janice. I'm not surprised. Enjoy today. See you next Sunday. You too. Looking forward to it. So be well. I love you all. Big hugs and kisses, everybody. Social distance hugs for everybody. I hate that term, social distance. Can we think of another term for that? How about just distancing? Why does it have to be social distancing? How about just distancing? All right, take care. Thank you.